this is brick stitch. This is basically the stitch we use the most, and it's the classic stitch, and we're using Japanese gold thread number 8. 8 is the thickness, and it's a medium thickness, and it is Japan thread, or Jap, politely known in terms of us. It is a piece of very thinly wound metal over a silk core. You always couch any gold thread in pairs, unless you're working on a very small area that just needs a single thread to finish it off, but normally we work in pairs. So we basically just couch the gold thread down, leaving healthy tails at each end. The stitches should be at absolutely 90-degree angles to the direction of the thread, and they should be between 3 and 5 millimeters apart. The needles go slightly angled underneath the Japan thread to allow for a tightness of stitch, but also allow us to easily put the next stitches in place. Couching is usually done in a set straight line, but you can do it in curved directions. But I would suggest mastering the straight line first. We couch down using a Gutermann single strand cotton and a size 12 embroidery needle to keep the silk from being damaged, and to blend the Gutermann's thread will blend into the fabric you're stitching, and this is the normal practice. Word of warning, do not cut off the tails, you need them. I'll show you later in a bit why. Okay. So that's our first row of japping. We're going to measure off a second reel, a second piece. Now I'm using Goldwork scissors, and unlike standard scissors, these have a slight serrated blade, and this makes it easier to cut the gold thread with. Again, pair. Now this time, apart from an edge stitch, so a stitch on the edge to show where I'm starting, which will match the stitch on the edge previously, I'm going to work the next row in between the stitches on the row before, so central between the two, creating the brick pattern, hence brick stitch. Now there are other patterns used in Russian ecclesiastical, and Greek ecclesiastical work, but for a beginner you have to master the brick stitch, which is the one that all of us have to master before we're allowed to move on to anything more intricate, and it is the pattern you will use the most. And you have to position your threads so they are closely touching, and you should not be able to see much, if any, of the thread fabric underneath. If you've got a little gap, just come in with your malure and just give it a little ease, but this one will tuck in with the next rows against it. So, brick stitch.